She's gonna be the type of girl who wants to entertain the DMs from other guys. She wants to walk into the club and get all of that attention from other guys, and it's just not the girl who's most likely to be loyal to you long term. What is going on, bro? Welcome to another video. Look, it is no secret that society as a whole, we're not at the apex, it doesn't feel like, right? It feels like some things have degenerated a little bit. And if we're talking about women, well, women the same as men come in all shapes and sizes and attitudes and personalities. And in 2022, it definitely feels as if it's gotten more difficult to find the type of girl that potentially could be that rare piece of gold called girlfriend material. So today I want to break down 5 common types of girls that you'll encounter who I would recommend avoiding, and we're going to talk about why. All right, so this first type of girl is the girl who really enjoys getting dressed up to the nines. She wants to walk into the room and have every head turn and look at her. Guys and girls, if it's her birthday weekend, you better bet there's gonna be about 1,500 Instagram stories going up, 100 different photos going up with every last person that she knows. Her life is this big event, this big parade. And this is the type of girl that everybody looks at as the hottest girl. And I think a lot of this is because of the mystique that she portrays, you know, the types of photos she posts on Instagram, the type of dresses that she wears out. I don't think these girls are actually the most attractive, but they know how to cake on the makeup, you know what I'm saying? You know, from my experience, it's actually easier to hook up with this type of girl because they're so used to guys fawning over them and getting all of this validation, getting all of this praise, that if you just go up, ask her out, get the number, she's gonna try and play some BS and some games over text, you just stop responding and you set the clear boundary, she's gonna be the type of girl that goes crazy and then wants to hang out, and then once she hangs out with you, she wants to win you over. It's gonna be easier for that to go back to the bedroom. But then after that, it's not necessarily the type of girl you wanna keep dating, right? Because, well, she's had it kind of, programmed into her. She's been so used to getting all of this attention and validation her whole life that, as the relationship progresses, she's gonna be the type of girl who wants to entertain the DMs from other guys. She wants to walk into the club and get all of that attention from other guys, and it's just not the girl who's most likely to be loyal to you long term. So this type of girl, going for the kill quickly and then keep it casual. The game plan is to keep it casual unless she does this 180 once she's with the guy who knows how to set boundaries and put her in her place, but not likely. All right, so this next type of girl is kind of like the second girlfriend I had. I was obsessed with her. I thought she was extremely attractive. I loved spending time with her, but she had some mental health things she was working through, and we all do, right? Let's be fair. But if a girl is in a state where when you're not with her, you're always anxious. Like I was always anxious I was gonna get a text about something that was going wrong, about a panic attack she was having, and I was gonna have to leave my friends I was hanging out with and go come to the rescue all the time. And the really fucked up things about when you're with a girl like this is that you feel like she needs you, because she does need you, and in some messed up way that makes you feel important, especially if you're a guy who hasn't had that much success with girls and all of a sudden there's this girl that needs you. It feels kind of good. The problem is that you feel like you're constantly tiptoeing around her and not to make her get upset, and even worse, no matter what you're doing, like 20% of your brain is always going to be occupied worrying about what might happen next. And I can tell you, man, that prevented me from being present and enjoying time with my friends. That prevented me from fully focusing on my purpose and leveling up in my career and making more money. So the game plan with this type of girl is, if after a few weeks and months you're noticing that, maybe she's dealing with a little depression or some eating disorders or some other mental health issue, it's just not the right time for that girl to be in a relationship. It's not fair for you. Encourage this girl to go get some help, because we all struggle with different things, but it's not relationship time. Next is the bathroom girl, man. I'm the bathroom guy. I gotta go to the bathroom. While he's taking care of his business, I just wanted to quickly let you know that none of this came naturally to me. You know, for most of my life, I didn't even have the confidence to talk to a girl who I found attractive. I was too afraid, let alone, you know, have the knowledge to be able to adapt my game plan based on the type of girl I was talking to. Like, that just wasn't possible. And that is why I wanted to let you know about my private mentorship program, the Beast Dating Coaching Program, because in this program, we've been able to help hundreds of guys over the past few years make this same transformation that took me years and years of pain. Like, these guys have been able to do it in just a matter of weeks.
But yeah, I had a date on Monday as well, and that went really well. Did end up hooking up with her, so that was a plus. I'm on week 3 right now, and I'm already getting to the point where I'm getting like dates consistently.
Got a date tonight with a girl that I met like a couple weeks ago at a friend's birthday party.
I went out St. Patrick's Day, went up and struck a conversation with a girl and went well. We started dancing, and then at one point we started making out. It was funny because my friend hadn't seen me since like I joined the dating program, and he was just like, who the fuck is this guy?
Those clips you just saw, those were literally from the call that I had last night. Like, the guys in the program are absolutely crushing it. And of course, this is due to the action that they're taking and the work that they're putting in. But a big part of it is also that not only do we give them, you know, the step-by-step plan for how to get over approach anxiety, how to set up the first date, how to close the deal, but they also get 5 live coaching calls every single week. So they get to personally work with myself and the other coaches we have, so that each week, you know, whatever obstacle they're dealing with, we can help them get past that, make sure they don't give up, and make sure they keep moving forward. Anyway, if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, the good news is that we're looking for a few more motivated guys to bring on. All you have to do is click the first link down in the description to apply now. And if we think you're a good fit, we'll get right back to you. First link in description. Let's get back to this video. Whew. All right, feeling good. So I've been lucky enough not to make the mistake to fall in with this next type of girl, but for sure I've had friends close to me who have ended up in a relationship with this type of girl. You know, I'd be hanging out with these guys, and then the girl would come in and just make some negative comment and put my friend down, like, are you really gonna wear that out tonight? You look awful. Or maybe even take a little jab at the man's success and say something like, well, you can't really like compare yourself to that guy. He's doing a lot better than you are. This girl's like Patrick Beverly. She wants to get up in your grill. She wants to get up in your head and twist your self-esteem down to a point where it's just very low. And to be fair, this is something I think that's actually more common for men to do to women, to put women down and to kind of manipulate their self-esteem. But the driving force here is usually that you're insecure, or this girl's very insecure, and they want to make their partner feel very insecure because she wants you to feel so bad about yourself that you no longer feel like you're worthy of attracting another partner, and that's going to make her feel a lot more secure and safe in the relationship. So if you're starting to hang out with the girl and she's taking these jabs at you, I'd say at first just, you know, ignore it, because it could just be a shit test, and if you don't ignore it, you don't give it any power, it might go away. But if those jabs, they keep coming, well, that's when you have to set the boundary and just say something like, look, it seems like you're making some, you know, passive aggressive comments here and there. I'm not sure exactly where that's coming from, but like, I'll be honest, that's not gonna fly. Like, if that doesn't stop, I can no longer hang out with you. And also check yourself and make sure you're not making these type of, you know, passive aggressive comments to girls about what they're wearing or what they're doing with their life, because you're just trying to, you know, make someone insecure to stay with you. It's fucked up. All right, everybody's favorite, the alpha female. She's independent, she's working towards building her own career, and most importantly, she really, really, really wants you to know about it. And by the way, I find it very attractive, and I think it's awesome if a girl is working towards her own goals, because you don't want a girl to be just reliant on you for everything 100% of the time. If you do, it's probably coming from a place of insecurity. But when they're constantly trying to prove a point and let you know how little they need you and that they never need you, and it almost feels like they're using you just to hook up with you sometimes, that's when it becomes just like masculine and very little feminine energy. And I think it's just naturally a turn off for men, because we naturally find the feminine energy attractive. I've touched on this before, but from my experience, I genuinely find that these types of girls usually had a really traumatic experience in the past where, you know, they put their trust in a guy that they were seeing, and maybe that guy was abusive to them, Or the other option is that the guy that they were seeing was not masculine, was not a leader, didn't know how to make decisions and take responsibility, and because of that, the girl kind of had to take the masculine role in a past relationship. The point is that from their experience, they can't fully trust a man because it hasn't worked out for them in the past, and this is a defense mechanism that, look, I need to fend for myself. I can't depend on a man. So this is really a byproduct of men being weak. Now, I'll be honest, Julia definitely had a little bit of this energy. It wasn't obnoxious, but a little bit of this energy at the beginning of our relationship. And it was because in her past relationship, she had to be the man. And what works really well is showing by your actions that you can take the lead. And some simple ways to do this are being the one who asks for her number and then sets up the first date. And if you're on the date, getting a drink at bar A, have that drink and be like, yo, let's head across the street and grab a drink here. After that, you're, yo, you wanna come back to my place, hang out, listen to some music. And also, these girls love it when you put them in their place. For example, y'all know the story where Julia flaked on our first date. And what did I say? I was like, well, if you change your mind, you know where to find me. I set the clear boundary, and what do you know? A day later, 2 days later, she got back to me. Like, these are very simple ways that signal, hey, don't worry about it. I got this. I got us. And a lot of these girls will immediately flip and allow that feminine energy to come out. However, if they're still being super obnoxious, it's deuces. Now, this final one is the most important type to avoid. This is the girl who is not available to you. So maybe she lives in a different city, but you're texting her. Maybe she's dating another guy, but she's showing you some interest. Maybe you tried to set up the date with her and she flaked. Maybe you did hang out once or twice. Maybe you even hooked up, but now she's taking days to get back to your texts, and there's always a reason, why she can't hang out. Like, these are the types of girls that are the most dangerous because it's easy to spend weeks, months, or even years pursuing these girls because you think that, well, eventually she might move to my city. Eventually she's gonna break up with that guy, and then she'll be available to date. She's just been really busy lately. Eventually she's gonna hang out with me. That last one, I definitely went down that path way too many times. And because human psychology is messed up, and we find things that are not available to us even more attractive, these are the types of girls that you start thinking are like the perfect girl. And the only reason you're thinking that is because you can't have it, and you want what you can't have. So eventually I had to make just like a hard rule for myself that I could not break. That if a girl was not immediately available to hang out, adios. And I truly believe that that is the most important dating skill that you can have as a man. Is as soon as you notice that it's not gonna work out with a certain girl for any reason, you move on. Because as soon as you get good at moving on is when girls can tell that you don't need them and they can't toy with you. And like this gets communicated through so many subconscious things, from the way you approach her to the way you talk to her to the way you text, but you can't fake it. If you're not actually willing to walk away, you will forever simp for girls. I hope that all that made sense, bro. I hope it was helpful. I know for my life, as soon as I had game plans just ready in my back pocket for how to deal with these different types of girls, it just made my dating life like so much easier. Remember, first link down in the description to apply for my Beast Dating coaching program. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you, bro. Hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, click subscribe and turn notifications on, because I drop 2 new videos every single week and you don't want to miss them. I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. Stay beastly.